Well, before the break, we got answers to some of your money questions. Doesn't it seem like things are always changing?
And actually, the same could be said about our currency. For instance, have you ever heard of Bitcoins? Bitcoins once were used by drug dealers and human traffickers, but despite the issues, Bitcoins are gaining popularity across the globe. So, do you know who would accept them? And the bigger question, do you know the risks?
I saw it basically explode in popularity online.
Andrew Coutts is a recent college graduate who's excited about a virtual chip.
April of last year, the price went from about $10 to $220.
Coutts is talking about a Bitcoin. Bitcoins are sort of an underground economy, a so-called decentralized form of virtual currency. They can be transferred online from person to person in what's called a virtual wallet.
You could send somebody $1 billion across the world. You could be on completely opposite sides of the world, and it wouldn't cost you a thing.
In an instant. And you can send Bitcoins to anyone, anywhere, with no banking requirements. So how do you earn them? Well, you can flat out pay cash for them, or you can earn them.
It's built specifically for mining Bitcoins. I've got 4 graphics cards, and these are actually doing the processing work.
Mining, as in mining for gold, but in computer terms, mining on a network.
This is a node on the network that is helping process transactions.
Bitcoin users like Coutts can lend the Bitcoin network processing speed from his computer setup you see here. The more processing speed he can lend, the more Bitcoins he can earn. This concept is known as Bitcoin mining.
And I decided to sell those for the quick money I needed.
It's hard to spend a Bitcoin without exchanging them for cash, and only a handful of establishments have decided to gamble with the online currency.
It took me a while to understand it.
Leonard Mazzolla is the owner of a deli.
But once I understood it, I thought it was pretty amazing.
What's more amazing, Mazzolla says, is that customers are driving very long distances to spend their Bitcoins at his restaurant. When Coutts learned the deli accepted Bitcoin, he drove nearly 40 miles just for a sandwich.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, now I got somewhere I can actually spend it now, and there's a Bitcoin ATM, which is amazing.
Sitting at the table behind Coutts, another Bitcoin spender.
Hey, we're all great.
You can get in on the fun yourself. You can buy about $20 worth of Bitcoins, which is equivalent to 0.025 Bitcoins. Purchase is easy and super fast.
It's been paid.
Mazzolla hopes Bitcoin transactions become an even bigger part of his business.
I'd love to cut out Visa and MasterCard at some point altogether.
But could Bitcoins one day really become the norm and replace the need to carry a wallet around full of credit cards or cash?
So the real question is, can it act like a currency if it's not a stable store of value?
Dr. Tim Nash is an economics professor, and he says Bitcoins have a lot to prove. Mainly, he says, stability. Just last year, the price of a Bitcoin, about $200. The price today, more than $600. Nash says the return may be high now, but so is the risk.
I'm not willing to invest in or take risk in at this point.
Despite the constant criticism the currency has attracted, companies like Dell, Overstock.com, and even the electric car company Tesla Motors have decided to accept Bitcoins. And the Sacramento Kings became the first professional sports team to accept the digital currency. But for Bitcoin enthusiasts like Coutts and Mazzolla, they say they've done their homework. They understand the risks and say they're looking forward to the day everyone has a Bitcoin in a virtual wallet.
I mean, if it's working for them and it's working around the world, why can't it work for everybody?
It's done nothing but open up new avenues, new customers for me. It's exciting to be a part of it.
Okay, so there are 13 million Bitcoins currently in circulation, but the creators say only 21 million will ever be made available. The creator, by the way, still anonymous.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm still
confusing to me.
My head around this. Anyway, do you ever feel like you're getting nickeled and dimed to death by your air conditioning system? Still, you just can't get the temperature where everybody in the house is happy. Still ahead on Delmarva Life, an affordable and stylish way to not only keep everyone comfortable, but possibly cut your heating and cooling bills in half.
And later, the Ashley Mitchell duo takes the Delmarva Life stage. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.